All right. So this is at Fadi.
Absolutely.
Inwards.
No, Damalong Bridge. Just the tip of Damalong Bridge connecting Ojo-Elegba.
Ojo-Elegba. All right. So we'll continue to track that from time to time. All right. Let's talk about Route 1, the Third Mainland Bridge. What does it look like?
Smooth movement in its entirety, coming from toll gates all the way down. Did I say toll gate? Otedola.
Okay.
Rather, yes, the entire stretch through Baja down to toll gate motorways. We've had it very good. We've also observed good movement beyond motorways through Ojota Bridge, Chinatown. But at Chinatown, motorists begin to slow down all the way to Alakbere, going to pedestrian crossing. Now, beyond the pedestrian crossing corridor at Alakbere, better movement continues, connecting Yanur, and the entire stretch of the Third Mainland Bridge is a breeze this morning. Smooth drive down to Adeniji.
Yeah.
Ilubiri is not left out. Obalinde still looking very good to use. Ilubiri connecting Dolphin all the way to Osborne is fine, but approaching the intersection point at the foreshore, it gets busy there. But other areas like Bayokuku, Golden Gate, are still very appreciable,
right?
Yeah, as well as NMPC. But of course, going to fuel queues at NMPC, motorists will have it slow navigating that corridor into Falomo.
All right, so let's get back to the rear now. At Alakbere, from the live cameras, what's it saying?
Oh yes, high volume of traffic is what we've been monitoring at Alakbere. That's rather coming from the Chinatown end towards Alakbere. So the camera is right at Alakbere. So for those heading towards the toll gate end,
that's on the return journey.
There is, I can see there's a crane there trying to lift a container.
That
just
fell?
by no, it didn't fall. Just by the pedestrian bridge, the newly constructed pedestrian bridge there. I think that container was used as a shelter for the construction workers. So it's so we have the equipment of Julius Berger, just trying to lift the container. But it's not this exercise is not affecting the flow of traffic,
at all.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to track that one as well. Any other incident to report?
Okay, so there was another incident that occurred. I understand it's an overnight accident involving a truck that ran into the BRT corridor.
Where is that?
This is at Majidu in Wadogolunto.
Ooh,
yes, but recovery effort is on. That's on the BRT corridor, so it's not affecting the flow of traffic for the major road users.
All right. Anyone? I'm seeing something around the Gondo corridor. Is there any impediment there?
Well, it must be fresh. Let's see. Let's find out about it.
Okay.
You say Gondo?
Yes.
Where's that? Do we have that? Okay, let's see. Just trying to dig that one out.
All right. While we do that, let's quickly talk about Lagos Abeokuta Expressway. What's going on there?
Along the Lagos Abeokuta Expressway, it's just the usual, national build-up. Yeah. Illicit national build-up, but from the rear, things are still smooth, considering counterflow by Kola. So it's just a bit of a slow down around the counterflow corridor, but connecting Abelegba, the entire stretch, Super, Ileku, all the way to Yanekpaja.
All looking good.
All looking very good.
All right.
And the roads were kind of scanty this morning.
Yes, it has to be. Of course,
this is not a public holiday I don't know about.
The pump price is the determinant, right?
Yes,
so
it is.
everybody is trying to save all that they can in their vehicles. So if you know you cannot afford to, go out with or without fuel, so you have to.
Now it's the time for people to either go to work by commercial buses or bus during the week, and then maybe you take out your car to go to church or important events
I don't
for
know.
the weekend.
We should be talking more about the waterways this time as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
but it's not cheaper too. Going to the waterways, so I do not know what you're talking about.
And for those who have phobia for water, you would have to think about it.
Right.
Well, the rail mass transit.
Yes. So I'm talking about that. The red line is coming on stream on Tuesday, so we can make more use of the trains, right? So from Abado to Oyingbo, that corridor will come alive on Tuesday. Commercial passenger operations will be kicking off on Tuesday. So Mr. Governor will be doing that. This was announced yesterday by Lamata. So let's see how things fare out, right?
Okay, so that would be a better alternative.
Unfortunately, that does not transverse your own corridor.
No, it does not. Does not. So I don't have a choice than to still go by commercial bus and do the BRT bus also, which is a bit better.
Okay, then. So we'll leave it at that for now. I'm sure we'll be getting more feeds from our traffic manager spread across the length and breadth.
Yeah, I understand it's going to be double dose this morning.
Double dose. That's where we are returning to. And then the first segment of the program, we're going to be trailing the International White Cane and Safety Day. It's a day which is often, set aside to give attention to visually impaired persons and the use of the white cane, right? So the white cane guarantees independence for the visually impaired person. But in this part of the world, we find out that not many people are aware of what it means, really. So that's why every year, October 15th is designated as International White Cane Day. So we'll be talking about that on the first segment of the program. Now, on the second segment, you want to say something, Mike?
No.
Okay. So on the second segment, we'll be reflecting on yesterday. Yesterday was World Mental Health Day. All right. So we'll be dwelling on how we can have good mental health and what it requires. So we'll be connecting with the managing director of the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital in Yaba.
Great one. Mental health is something that really should be looked into, especially with what is
With what's going on now, right?
economic situation in the country,
So
affecting everyone across board.
that's right. So people's mental well-being are being compromised
Yes.
as a result of the economic depression.
Yes.
All right. So let's hope that it won't turn to another form of depression too.
Yeah.
And that's why we need to talk about that. So we're going to be increasing capacities and all of that during the course of the program. Mike James has a bag full of news for us. Is that correct?
Oh yes, shall be touching on some of the
big
stories
stories.
making around.
Yeah.
I understand the sale of 50 kg rice at 40,000 naira has begun.
Okay.
Where?
Federal government.
Federal government.
Okay.
You're asking where you're
Where exactly? Where?
It has to start first at the Federal Capital Territory, I suspect, before it begins to spread to other parts of the country.
So some bodies are insisting on a reversal.
Of the pump price?
Absolutely.
I know.
Absolutely.
That's going to be a talking point from now henceforth. TUC made their points known yesterday.
We also had Nasima.
So they are talking. I hope they have the wherewithal to confront or perhaps to say, FG, please go back. If you don't go back, this is what we'll do to you. Well, I hope that's something that will, will be tackled in the days to come. So all those are much more part of the menu, plus birthday profile too. Today is the 11th of October. Yes. Do you know anyone who's celebrating?
No.
You don't?
No, I know someone from yesterday, but not today.
Okay. All right then. So we'll ring out the bell for those who are marking their birthdays during the 9 o'clock hour.
All right, all that and more will come your way on Your Side Mirror with Victor Oteri. Do have a wonderful time, Lagos.
Hello everyone, this is Tony Adebola. I'm an entrepreneur and a motorcycle enthusiast. Keep listening to Your Side Mirror on Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. It simply rocks.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Thank God it's a wonderful Friday. Today being the 11th of October, the year 2024. Things are pretty cool out there. Like you heard from Mike James, it appears we are on holiday. And that's because fewer vehicles across most parts. But we're dealing with a major incident on our hand. That's around the Domalong Bridge. If you're trying to ascend the Domalong Bridge, there's an accident there between a tanker and a trailer. So it's being worked on at the moment. That area cordoned off due to the tanker spilling its content, and so they're trying to see how transloading can be effectively done. We're advising for alternatives within that corridor right now. You're welcome. Victor Oteri is my name. Let's join Mike James right now as he takes us through the newspaper headlines, and I'll be back to connect with you shortly.
right, so on newspaper headlines, I'll be taking stories from the Vanguard. We have a few stories to talk about on the pages of the Punch. We have the Explainer and then Alausa Ella. So let's get to it right away. Our first story from the Vanguard reads, petrol price hike. Nasima, PDP, Atiku, CSOs, others insist on reversals. And to opposition against the hike in petrol price by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, NNPCL, yesterday swelled as the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, NASIMA, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, former Vice President Abubakar Atiku, civil society organizations, CSOs, among others, insisted on the immediate reversal of the price increase to the old regime. Recall that Nigeria Employers Consultative Association, NECA, Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, Baptist Conference, and Association of Senior Staff of Banks, Insurance and Financial Institutions, as BFI, among others, had earlier demanded for the immediate reversal of the hike. And also from the Vanguard, FG begins sale of 50 kg rice at 40,000 naira. So the federal government on Thursday in Abeokuta began the sale of rice at a subsidized rate in Ogun. The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, while speaking during the ceremony to signify the commencement, said it was one of the numerous programs initiated to bring succor and relief to Nigerians. The regulation, oil marketers to import cheaper petrol, IPMAN. So the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, has observed that the full deregulation of petrol pricing, along with the withdrawal of NNPC Limited as the sole off-taker of petrol from the Dangote refinery, means that marketers are now free to source products from various suppliers, including through imports. Now, this is even as an expert said, the NNPCL does not deal with associations, including IPMAN, but with companies that applied and paid for their petroleum products. Soldier allegedly stabs policeman to death over traffic dispute. And tragedy struck on Wednesday at Vogue's bus stop at the Ojo-Iyanova Road, Lagos, following an alleged attack by some soldiers and a team of policemen, resulting in the death of one of the policemen. Inspector Sakat Ganiu, attached to the task force units Oshodi Base, the police team who were on enforcement duty, reportedly accosted an unregistered T4 Volkswagen commercial bus driving against traffic, driven by the soldier in Mufti. An army apprehends terrorist logistics supplier in Taraba. Troops of the 6th Brigade of the Nigerian Army have disrupted a major supply chain of logistics to terrorists in Taraba State. The troops operating around Bunka village in Lau local government area arrested the logistics supplier, Musa Inusa. So over to the Punch, petrol price hike. IPMAN tackles NNPCL, threatens to stop operations. That's a story from the Punch. Let's get into it. The Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria has threatened to stop operations nationwide following the high cost of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, sold to IPMAN members by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. Now, IPMAN revealed on Thursday that the cost of petrol from the Dangote Petroleum Refinery to NNPC was about 898 naira per litre, but noted that NNPC was selling the same product to independent marketers at 1,010 naira per litre in Lagos. Enugu doctor remanded for alleged child trafficking forgery. The police in Enugu State says a medical doctor, Emmanuel Chimobi Ugumba, who was arrested for alleged child trafficking and forgery, has been remanded at the Nigerian Correctional Custodial Center in the state. Now, a statement on Wednesday night by the command spokesperson, DSP Daniel Ndukwe, said Dr. Ugumba was arrested by the command's operatives, 7 in the anti-kidnapping tactical squad on September 28, 2024. So let's look through the Explainer, just one story, and then we'll wrap things up with Alausa Alert from the Explainer. Nigeria being repositioned as global tourist attraction, says Minister. Now, Nigeria is currently being repositioned to become a global leader in tourism. Minister of Tourism, Lola Ade John, has said speaking at Aquaba African Travel Market 2024, described as Nigeria's most prestigious tourism event. Adejon told industry stakeholders, tourism professionals and key players at the Hotel Convention Center that in line with President Bola Tinubu's renewed hope agenda, tourism is central to Nigeria's economic transformation. So over to Alausa Alert. Legacy government meets with women-focused NGOs. Now, the Lagos State government has highlighted the importance of cooperation between the government and women-focused non-governmental organizations, NGOs, to address the various challenges faced by women in the state. Commissioner for Women Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Honorable Bolaji Cecilia Dada, stated this during an interactive meeting with representatives from women-focused NGOs in Lagos held at the Women Development Center, Agege. Honorable Dada emphasized that the state is experiencing growth, but also faces hurdles that require collective action, particularly in transportation and environmental sustainability. So you can catch that story from Alausa Alert. All right, so that's how much we can take on newspaper headlines. Don't forget, you can always get yourself a copy of the dailies or go online to read more. Connect with us on YouTube, Traffic Radio 961, and on X, Traffic Radio 961.
Hello everyone, this is Tony Adebola. I'm an entrepreneur and a motorcycle enthusiast. Keep listening to Your Side Mirror on Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. It simply rocks.
All right, everybody. Una done ready?
Oh, yeah, now.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Soupina, this is the way we know. 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 He gets all your sense. He they give up on getting. That's not the reason why we love them so. Soupina, this is the way we know.
Super Cube, therefore beef and chicken flavors. Super Cube, super seasoning, super taste. Now only industries they make them.
Hello, Twe. Hey, you just win 5,000 naira cash. And you wait sit down for corner. 1 month Showmax subscription to watch Premier League. They wait for you. And you for back. No fear. You sef there inside am. How 1,000 naira airtime and 2,000 naira Uber discount sound for your ear. All these things fit happen if you buy no unwrap and win pack. Tear am open. Find cube wey get 6-digit code for wrapper. Send the code go 8011 and follow wetin dem tell you. And you fit win any of these ogbonge prizes. This promo go dey from July go reach December. As our conditions dey sha o. Get extra value on top no unwrap and win pack. No, eat for good.
Oluwa bless me today, cause I know notes. Hey yo, you know what it is, it's your boy Young 6, and I wanna let you know that split second eyes of the road to type a text can lead to hours of traffic, loss of property, and loss of lives. Avoid texting while you drive. God bless you. 6!
Hey there! Yes, you! You just won 5,000 naira cash. And you, sitting by the side, there's 1 month Showmax subscription to watch the Premier League waiting for you. You behind. Of course, you're not left out. How does 1,000 naira airtime and 2,000 naira Uber discount sound? All this could come true when you buy the No Unwrap and Win pack. Open it, look for a cube with a 6-digit code on its wrapper, text the code to 8011 and follow the prompts to stand a chance to win any of these instant prizes. Promo valid from July till December. Terms and conditions apply. Get extra value on the No Unwrap and Win pack. No, eat for good.
The next family to perform is the Johnson's family.
I'm breaking all limits.
Now me be my left for the sport.
I turn challenges into opportunities.
Now me go up in the next world.
BioVit Vitamin B Complex is an ideal daily supplement for the family. Manufactured with vitamin B1, B2, and B6. BioVit supports development of the infant and helps boost energy for pregnant women. For a healthier and happier family, take BioVit.
BioVit Vitamin B Complex. Strength for active family. Produced by Daily Need Industries. If symptoms persist after 3 days, consult your doctor.
Are you looking for a safety-oriented driving school where you can learn how to drive or refresh your skills? Do you want to improve your driving skills to meet global best standards? Then look no further. Carl Phelps Driving School is the place to be. At Carl Phelps Driving School, we provide comprehensive driving training and retraining for employee drivers or sales teams in a safe and conducive environment with our state-of-the-art facilities in compliance with global best standards. We are fully accredited by the Federal Road Safety, Vehicle Inspection Service and Lagos State Drivers Institute. We also provide driver assessment and profiling services in case of employment. Visit us at any of our 3 centers: Banex Mall, adjacent Lekki Phase 1 Gate, Oniru, Lekki, or Starlink Building, 8-10, Salamotu Eniola Street, Ilasamaja, and Alpha Mart Complex, 172 Magboro Road, Magboro. For inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0909 111 5738. Carl Phelps Driving School. Safe drivers, safer roads.
Now enjoy the Emirates experience in economy class from Lagos with daily flights to Dubai and beyond. Start your holiday on board with complimentary food and drink. Choose from over 6,500 channels of entertainment and keep boredom at bay with special meals and toys for kids. You get so much more in Emirates economy. Book your next getaway at emirates.com. Fly Emirates. Fly better.
Chai, my head, Oga landlord. Why you dey shake like ceiling fan? Eh? My village people don't come again, oh. This one with your body hot so. You don't do test? Yes, see result, oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people, oh. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine. We dey knock down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Hey, thank you, Oga Luta. I don't dey, can't pay.
Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Hey there! Yes, you! You just won 5,000 Naira cash. And you, sitting by the side, there's 1 month Showmax subscription to watch the Premier League waiting for you. You behind. Of course, you're not left out. How does 1,000 Naira airtime and 2,000 Naira Uber discount sound? All this could come true when you buy the No Unwrap and Win pack. Open it, look for a cube with a 6-digit code on its wrapper. Text the code to 8011 and follow the prompts to stand a chance to win any of these instant prizes. Promo valid from July till December. Terms and conditions apply. Get extra value on the No Unwrap and Win pack. No, eat for good.
One dial that gets you locked down all day, all time. With that traffic report, just as and when you want it. With great music and lots more. Lagos Traffic Radio, your driving companion.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. We're back from the news. 96.1 FM. We're back from the news. It's time to continue this dialogue with you as you move from one location to the other. Raphael Jaramil is a live motorbike reporter. He's linking up with us right now. Raphael, good morning.
Good morning, Victor.
And how are you doing?
I'm very good. How are you too?
Good too. So where is your location at this time?
Right here at the area reported impediment at Ojo Lega Bridge towards Alaka, towards Island.
Okay.
What we have is a little tanker. want to confirm to you that the impediment is still existing, still right on ground.
Okay.
The transmitted is about to be done at this moment. So as a result of that, the road has been cutting off. So any motorists coming from Ikorodu Road to connect to Island cannot have access as reported earlier. They all turn from Empire to connect back to Yaba to link with Third Mainland Bridge or find their way from whereabouts.
Okay.
Are you there, Victor?
I'm with you.
So as I'm saying now, the transport is done. So the two trucks the two tankers are still right on the road. The process is still ongoing. I believe that maybe in the next 15 to 20 minutes, likely the road will be open for the motorist supply.
Okay. All right. We're going to track that. Thank you so much.
The connection to Island is cutting off. No access to Island from Saturday at this moment. All the motorists are to fly Empire, and even the return journey too is very fine. So on my way reaching here, I also observed that the traffic has extended down to beyond Pambu by now. It might have gotten to Bariko by now. But there's nothing to worry about. It's a moving traffic. It's not standby.
Okay. All right then. Raphael, thank you so much.
Yeah, keep standing by for more updates.
Yes, I'll be expecting more updates from you. All right, that's Raphael Jeramil, live motorbike reporter, sending in swingers from that particular corridor where we have those breakdowns. Right, so 2 articulated vehicles involved in an accident. That's the ascent of Domalong Bridge inwards Ojuelegba, and we've been advising that you can make use of Fadayi from there, connect Empire, linking up with Herbert Macaulay, that's Muritala Mohammed, to connect the Third Mainland Bridge, and you can proceed from there. So that's the route that you can navigate through at this time. All right, so let's do the first segment of the program, and today we're trailing the ideals of the International White Cane and Safety Day. You might be wondering what the white cane is, but for a visually impaired person, it symbolizes a whole lot. So let's try and talk about this. When are we going to be marking this day? Joining me on the phone line this morning, Tunde Mohammed is a former chairman of the Nigeria Association of the Blind. He is also the subcommittee chairperson for the 2024 White Cane and International White Cane and Safety Day. Tunde Mohammed, nice to have you join us. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Vicky D. How do you do?
I'm very good. So how are you too?
Yeah. Fine today.
Great. So we're trailing the International White Cane and Safety Day. For those who might not be very familiar with this, how significant is the white cane to a visually impaired person?
Very, very significant. It's like blindfolding yourself as a sighted person and moving around. So for a person, a white cane, which otherwise is referred to as mobility cane, is very important to aid his movement from point A to B. And this white cane is collapsible.
Okay.
So when you're done using it, you can collapse it into 4, 5, or 6 folds, depending on the one you have, and place that in your pocket or in your bag. And of course, it helps the blind person to move independently. Of course, because of some obstacles and all that, you will detect it. Yeah, it will help you to detect those obstacles where you have goalies and what have you.
So it helps to guarantee independence for a visually impaired person.
It attracts people to help you, maybe to cross the road and all that. So
and how different is this cane to the normal walking stick, which is mostly used, some for aesthetics and some for cultural implications? So how different is this?
Like the one you use for your efficiency types. This one is very different because it's painted white and red. The red color to reflect light in the dark, and also the white also show that when you're in the dark, to let people know that definitely this is being held by a blind person. That is why it usually comes in white color. We have some that are silver and red. That's actually for deaf blind people. But this one we're talking about is for blind people, and it can come in. Okay, before now, it used to come in black and brown, and found that motorists were knocking down blind people a lot, even outside the country.
Wow.
So one of the ways to differentiate the other canes from this one is like, okay, it comes in white color and red, as I said earlier, to reflect, to bring about a reflection in the dark, or when light is being shown on it, it's to let you know that this one is being held by a blind person.
Okay, so that means it has some auto-reflective features.
Yes, it does have that.
All right.
So it's not just ordinary cane like the wooden one that people carry and could be like brown or black or something.
Right. So let's look at this in another perspective. So over the years, has the white cane evolved? You just talked about it now, that before now it used to be color-coded in black, but now it's now white and red.
Right, yeah.
But apart from that, are there any other features in terms of technological advancements?
Yes. Now we have the one that you can connect to your phone, and it aids on movement. It's like what do you call it?
Like a GPS.
Yeah, GPS. It tells you you're going to take next turning to your right after you must have counted 5 steps or something. It will tell you that. It will let you know the environment. Maybe you have a coffee cafe, you have a restaurant or something, will indicate that via your phone, mind you.
So that means it must have some kind of speech device that's attached to it.
Okay, it does. You can wear that, and they can also vibrate. Okay, they have another one that vibrates, just vibrates it only. That's not too very, very dependable though. But when you're approaching an obstacle, it vibrates, it beeps also.
Okay,
the first one I talked about is more advanced and.
Just hold on 1 second, because my live motorbike reporter is trying to reconnect with me. Just hold on, Tunde Mohammed. We have an incident at Domalong Bridge. Raphael? Hello, Raphael. Can you hear me? Raphael? Okay, we're trying to see if we can reconnect with Raphael Jeramil, who is at the scene of those breakdowns. We have as 2 articulated vehicles at the foot of Domalong Bridge. Transloading, he says, is ongoing at the moment, but I'm trying to see if he has any further information for me right now. Raphael, are you there?
This one now.
Okay, Oditono, talk to me.
Okay, the container that was transloaded, the tanker that was transloaded has been completed.
Okay.
So they have moved them away from the road, so the road will be open
any moment from now. Okay, then.
So that is just the update.
Okay, thank you so much, Oditono. And I suspect that must be the information that Raphael is trying to pass across, even as we reflect on the International White Cane Day, which is coming up shortly. Today, Mohammed, are you there?
Yeah, Victor, very much so.
All right, so even as we talk about the advancement of the white cane, when is the International White Cane and Safety Day?
Yeah, it's this Tuesday, 15th of October, and it's an international observance. That day is being marked aside by United Nations. So in every country of the world, blind people will gather, organize rallies, receptions, and they will celebrate their achievements.
Right, so how is it going to be marked in Lagos by the Nigeria Association of the Blind?
Yeah, so Nigeria Association of the Blind Lagos chapter is putting that activity together in Nigeria local governments. Usually we move it around in Lagos. We've been doing that for more than 10 years now. So the work kicks off from Ojo Military Cantonment along my 2 Balagri Expressway. We converge there from 7, and by 8:30 we'll move towards Lasso, where we're going to have a recession. So we go from Ojo Barracks to Volks on to Yanoba. Then we take a turn to our right, and we do a little walk again, and enter through the back gates to Bubamara Hall, inside Lagos State University.
All right, so you'll be converging at the Lagos State University, where you'll be having some lectures, or is it a symposium?
Yes, lectures, speeches, symposium.
Okay.
And we are hoping to have in our midst the Vice Chancellor, of Lagos State University. Yes.
Okay.
And the Dean of Student Affairs, who has been very helpful in putting this together. Then our keynote speaker will be Mr. Lekon Bello, a lecturer from the College of Education or your special.
Wonderful.
The other guests that will be coming to help us add glamour to the day.
All right. So far, so good. This white cane, it's very, very symbolic. And I know that getting the white canes is not a child's play. Talk to me. How much does a white cane cost?
Right now, for you to have one that can use for a year before you start having problems is 15,000 naira. And the very expensive ones are from 40,000 and above.
Right.
But even if you get that of 15,000 to distribute to our members, we're going to appreciate that because we encounter a lot of difficulties on Lagos roads and even other roads in Nigeria.
And any support so far?
Yes, a number of banks have supported us. I don't know if I'm free to mention their name. They've been very supportive. Zenith Bank has been supporting us since 2019, and I think the only year they missed for 2020 during the lockdown. First City Monumental Bank, my bank and I also, as senior, they said they've supported us. Sterling Bank, one customer bank, has also done well for us. Our Saviour's Church at TBS, thank you very much. They've been very supportive. King's Court, the Redeemed Parish in Onade Malakija, I think it's Kingstown Bank Road or something. They've also given us some canes. Of course, Lagos State Office of Disability Affairs, they've also given us from their widow's mite.
Right.
Nigerian Police Microfinance Bank, we just approached them under 2 to 3 weeks.
And they were able to provide
also,
some support.
they supported us also.
All right. Is the support window still open or has it closed?
Very open because our Congress is also coming up very soon. And what we have now is not even enough to run this particular occasion we have on Tuesday.
Right.
So anybody that wants to help, please, we'll see.
Okay, so for those that would like to help, would like to be of support, what's the contact and how can they reach you?
Okay, I'm going to drop my number, but I also drop if account number, which of course, if you don't want to talk to me, you can easily drop whatever you want to give us there. Yeah.
Right.
So the bank account is First Bank, and it's 200-5888-531. Let me take that one more time. First Bank 200-5888-531. Nigeria Association of the Blind, Lagos State Chapter. You can just do a narration saying white cane. Then my number is 080
right
3322 7353 080 3322 7353. If you have any challenge with your sight, you are a blind person, you want to go to school, you want to get rehabilitated, please do call. I want to thank the Traffic Radio because yesterday after our program, a few people called me saying they are blind and they want to find a way out of their
situation.
You have just given some people hope again. Right. It's fantastic. Okay. Thank you very much.
We'll leave it at that for now. Tunde Mohammed, thank you so much for connecting with us.
Thank you very much.
All right. Great. He's the subcommittee chairman of the 2024 International White Cane and Safety Day. You might just do well to, put some smiles on the faces of people like us and make things smile, right? He's giving you the account. First Bank 200-5888-8531. All right, and you can also put a call across to Tunde Mohammed or perhaps the association at 080-3322-7353. A brief break. When we return, it'll be time to do our birthdays.
Ajaleke Aja, enter with your change. Jovi, I'm not willing to I dey talk my own now.
Oga, come on, may I pass?
Now Aja dey go, now Leki dey go. Enter with your change, I dey shout now.
Driver, what allow me sit down before you move?
Ajaleke Aja, Oga, you pass some money from the bag here. Oh, who give me 1,000 naira bag? For many people, where will be? I will join you people new. Don't you I talk my own say I no get change.
Now me get down when they go VI.
If I start now, my finish connect to pay. Don't be all this one.
I know you Oga. Park ma come down.
Driver, beg, park your boss. Make this one not come off my boss, abeg.
Driver, no try am o. E be like say you want me to collect your motor for illegal parking and you go still pay 20,000 naira fine if na your first time. And if you be regular customer, you go pay 30,000 naira fine.
I don't know that one, no, guy. You gas wait to reach the nearest legal bus stop before you come down.
Conductor, close this door now. You won't make I fall on
I
you.
beg, no vex. I want people passenger, no vex.
E be like say you never see the new rules for Lagos as you just dey commit offence, dey drive, dey go. If you leave your door open and dem catch you, you go pay 20,000 naira fine if na your first time. And if you be regular customer, you go pay 30,000 naira fine. Apart from this fine wey you go pay, you go still do 1 month community service. I dey talk my own o.
Auntie, calm down. How you tell sabi all these things? Shey dey work for government?
I no dey work for any government o. Na radio I dey learn all these rules. Na every day I dey lis ten to Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM.
Oga, you don see as dey go. Put am for Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Make we sef learn wetin dey go.
All right then, so Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, we're back, and I can tell you more updates coming in from that tanker incident. Hakeem Adioshun is joining us right now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning once again, Mr. Oteri.
Yeah, talk to me.
Yeah, I quickly want to inform the public about the reported tanker that as usual at the tail of Domalon Bridge, only one journey to stadium.
Yes.
And that the transloading has been completed. They said the accidental tanker has been removed from the carriageway.
Great.
While the road is free presently, but we are allowing the firefighter to flush all the whole floor, so we cannot not be able to have another accident within that corridor.
Right.
But presently now, the whole accidental vehicle has been removed from the carriageway.
Good.
In another 2-3 minutes now, we will remove the barricade on the road, so we can have free flow of traffic right from Fadeyi all the way journey to the bridge towards our stadium.
All right.
That is the present situation at this spot now.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that information.
You are welcome.
Okay then, so we're still tracing things, and like you heard from him, Hakeem Adioshun there, he was a senior traffic manager in Lagos. Of course, he did tell you that transloading completed. The emergency responders are just doing some secondary evacuations, especially from the spilled content, so that we do not have another accident within that corridor. Quickly, let's switch gears to celebrate you. It's birthday profile time on Lagos Traffic Radio 9 on Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Happy birthday to Prince Anofiu Elegushi. He's the National Hajj Commissioner, and is the Commissioner for Operations, Inspectorate and Licensing. He was former Commissioner for Home Affairs in Lagos State. Mr. Idowu Johnson is celebrating. You are Director, CEO of the Lagos State Council for Arts and Culture right here in Lagos. A big shout out to you as you celebrate. Miriam is also celebrating as well. That's Miriam Badamosi. Happy birthday to you. We wish you well. Gabriel Akano is a great friend of ours, resides in Canada. Okay, is that Canada now or UK? All right, then happy birthday to you, Gabriel. Helen Tassi is celebrating today as well. Today is your day. Rotarian Shola Egbedeyi. Egbedeyi is celebrating, aka Baba Ilekpo. You are of the Rotary Club of Agege. That's right here. A big shout out going out to you. Also celebrating today as well is Elisha F. Young. Happy birthday to you as you celebrate on this wonderful day. Babatunde Oyekon is celebrating. You are Director Admin and Human Resource with Lagos State Government. We wish you well. Lukman Musa is a seasoned journalist. Happy birthday to you. Precious Oluchi is celebrating. That's Precious Oluchi Onaigbu, aka Auntie P. I understand your cousin to who now? Emeka Umba. All right, big shout out to you on this wonderful day. Imisi Oluwa Akilo is celebrating, also referred to as Sam Jojo, your son to Wale Oba, who's an ardent listener to Traffic Radio. All right, Miriam Sanusi Adenike, today is your day too, and Mrs. Omoleye is celebrating. Today is your day, Okuweli. All right, all right. Happy birthday to you as you celebrate on this wonderful day. All right, let's get on the dance floor right now to do the jiggy for all of you who are celebrating. Congratulations.
Young D, the beatbox.
Mr. Mega Day, so I will be celebrate to you. Oluwa bless me, you. I don't get the problem, Chineke touch my soul, I'ma lock my abundance. Show me love, show me what. I buy it on me to go me now. Lifted me from the floor. Poverty now before, cause now I drive the car way I like. I buy the house way I like. My family, they alright. I wanna celebrate, oh. Everything where we be today, we jubilate, oh. We just want to appreciate. Eba mi pega, eba mi pega, eba mi pega, oh. Yeah. Everybody sing along, say yeah. Oh, pega, oh. Yeah. Oh, mercy. Only you with the show mercy. Baba, only you with the blow mercy.
Victor Island, Lagos.
Join judges, lawyers, arbitrators, mediators, professionals in the commercial sector, and more as they discuss ADR as a panacea for speedy resolution of commercial disputes and enhanced access to justice.
Experience a keynote address, panel discussions, and sessions led by experts in dispute resolution and the commercial sector. Special guest of honor, Mr. Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, Governor of Lagos State. Chief guest of honor, Justice Kudrat M.O. Kekereekun, Chief Justice of the Federation of Nigeria. Chief host, Justice Kazim Olariwaju Alugba, Chief Judge of Lagos State. Keynote speaker, Prince Lateef Olasunkomi Fagbemi, SAN, Attorney General of the Federation of Nigeria and Minister for Justice. Welcome remarks, Honorable Justice Jumoke O. Pedro, Chairman, Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse Governing Council.
Learn about best practices, recent development, and the vital role of ADR in enhancing access to justice.
Don't miss out. Secure your spot today. For payment and registration, visit the Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse social media handles on Instagram at Lagos Multi-Door, LinkedIn, Multi-Door Courthouse, Twitter at LMDC_ThinkADR, Facebook, Lagos Multi-Door Courthouse.
See you there as we unlock new opportunities, network with industry leaders, and stay ahead of the curve.
As a carry take follow the begin we be sharing onto properties demo sake of that fire wahala will be burn some parts of Akpogbo end on top Eko Bridge for days whenever to take. Now this one make Minister of Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Raji Fashola San, don't come direct say all those we get.
Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM. Raphael Jeremiel is reconnecting. Raphael?
Hello, yeah, calling back. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
As Mr. Additional reported, the two container has been moved off the road. But meanwhile, as the priority of Lagos said, they always took on time for the safety of the residents. They wanted to make sure that the killing field PMS on the ground is being flushed away before the road will be properly open for the motorist supply. So now the flushing has been it's done at this moment. So the road will soon be open for the motorist supply now.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Raphael.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the trucks that are going to Island cannot use the alternative route. They are also waiting so that the road will be open. But nothing to be worried about, as stated before. Very soon, everything will be returned to normalcy.
All right, then.
Raphael Jeremiel reporting.
Thank you so much, Raphael Jeremiel, live motorbike reporter, sending in those in-swingers from the accident point at the Domalong Bridge, the accent of Domalong Bridge. All right, then Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Most of the areas we're covering, apart from that corridor where you have it pretty slow, they are still looking good. No major worries. But like you heard from Raphael and other other traffic managers within that corridor, transloading of the articulated vehicles completed. They are doing some content flushing from the road so that we do not have secondary incidents at all. The Ikotu Yanukwaja corridor this morning, we can tell you it's appreciable movement in and out of Ikotu Yanukwaja road. No major worries. One lane policy is being maintained due to fuel dispensing, all right, from car wash down to Celiat. So we have filling stations there dispensing, but no impediment recorded at the moment. So we'll be serving you more helpings as they come in from time to time. But right now, we're going to be switching gears because we're going to be focusing on something that should be of major concern to you and to me as well. So we're talking about the World Mental Health Day. What does it mean, really, for us to focus on this day? Yesterday was World Mental Health Day, by the way, but because it is very, very crucial at this time that things are not really the best, it's very crucial for us to, focus a bit on our mental health and look at best ways of making it better. So what should we be doing at this time as Nigerians, and how can we also protect ourselves, or perhaps, save ourselves from the rigors of any situations that we have out there? That's why we are focusing on this morning, so that at least you can have something that you can hold on to, and have a better grasp of how things work out. All right, so joining us on the program this morning, Dr. Olubenga Oweye is the Managing Director, Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital in Yaba, Lagos. Nice to have you join us, Dr. Oweye. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on your program this morning.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So yesterday was World Mental Health Day. In your hospital, how was it marked?
Thank you very much. The program was elaborated in our hospital yesterday. The 10th of October of every year is actually the World Mental Health Day. It's a day where we create awareness on topical issues in mental health and the need for people to take their mental health so serious. As you know that health from different come from three different perspectives. The mental health, the physical health, and the social health.
Right, so these three are measured to one for us to have physical well-being. But what does mental health mean, Dr. Oweye?
Thank you very much. When we say mental health is a state of psychological well-being when an individual is able to really achieve four main things. The first of them is that the person will be able to realize his potentials. And not that alone, you'll be able to also cope with the normal daily stressors in life. And in addition to that, you will be able to work productively. And finally, you'll be able to contribute meaningfully to the community. That's when we say, oh, this individual has a very sound mental health.
Right. So is it possible for any human being to have like 100% good mental health?
Thank you very much for that question. Actually, when we say mental health, just the way I discuss it, is a kind of wellness spectrum. Okay? When we say wellness spectrum, it's like, let's say, on one side of the spectrum, we have those who are mentally healthy. On the other side, we have those who have mental ill health. And in the middle, we have the majority of people. Just like when we have a very shaped cup, when we have a lot of people in the middle who are also mentally okay. But what we are saying is that at the extreme of it, we have some people who have mental illness, and then also some people who have mental health.
So in all of this, we're talking about the mind, right?
Yes, we are talking about the mind.
So what's the difference, really, when we talk about the mind and the... because sometimes we seem to mix them up. We talk about the mind, we talk about the... what's it called now? The mind, the heart. So what's the difference?
Yes, our mind is actually in our brain, so we have our heart in our chest.
Okay.
So our mind has to deal with our ability to think, our emotion, our memory, our behavior. Those are the things that comes from the mind, and those are the things that influences your day-to-day activities. And that's what differentiates us from other animals, because we have this mind. So we are able to process a lot of things, and all this, whatever goes on in the mind really affects the way we behave, the way we think, and the way we act.
Right. So, Dr. Weye, when you assess the mental well-being of Nigerians, how would you put it? How would you put it?
Okay, when you talk about mental well-being of Nigeria, now there are some things I want you to take note of. One, research has shown that globally, 1 out of every 4 persons has one mental health issue or the other. That is where you put four people together now. 1 out of 10 or 25% will have one mental health issue or the other. Now, when you now talk about the workplace, which is the theme for this year mental health day, which is mental health in the workplace. In the workplace, 1 out of every 6 persons, so that you can see how important it is, has one mental health issue or the other in the workplace. So when we say mental health issue, it's so important that now we need to talk about it. We need to change the narratives. We need conversation to be going on daily basis on the need to prioritize our mental health, so that it's only when you are mentally healthy that you can work, you can function. That's when you can even know that you have physical illness. That's when you will feel that you have pains in the head, pains in the back. You need to see doctors. So mental health is so important, but unfortunately, the stigma associated with it does not allow people
So
wanting to identify with it.
So from your assessment, 1 in every 6 persons in Nigeria,
in the workplace,
okay,
1 in 4.
Okay,
1 in 4 in Nigeria, according to research, has one mental health issue or the other. That is 25%. So if you 25% of Nigerian population, you can now extrapolate that, and you see that mental health is important. So mental health issue is not limited to those people you see walking nakedly on the street, or those people sleeping under the bridges. That's just a minor part of it.
Right.
So there are many people who have mental health issues that are still
managing to move around, doing one thing or the other.
Dr. Lubenga, that is scary. Yes. I mean, if you look at that figure, 1 in every 4 in Nigeria, that's about 50 to, let's say 60 million people must have one form of mental illness or the other. Is that correct?
That is it.
Wow.
That is it.
That's huge. That's huge. All right, so let's talk about what causes mental illness. Let's put it that way.
Thank you very much. There are many types of mental illness, actually. But if we group them together, there are most of the things that cause mental illness are just many factors operating together in the life of an individual to cause mental illness. Now, if we group them into 3, those causative factors, we have what we call predisposing factors. And these are factors that occur early in life in an individual that appear to have contributed to the development of mental illness in them. And these include genetic composition of the person, when the person has history of mental illness in the family, in one form or the other. The issue of malnutrition in pregnancy, the issue of infection in pregnancy, the issue of not having adequate antenatal care and pregnancy. All these things can affect the development of the baby and the brain inside the womb. Then at the point of delivery, if they are not delivered in a very good hospital, for example, they deliver in all sorts of places, and there are injuries to the brain, definitely it will manifest with mental illness. There are some challenges that can occur even after birth, like jaundice and all the rest. If not properly managed, mental illness can develop from it. Also early in life, when there are what we call physical abuse, sexual abuse to the children when they are growing up, the loss of parents, all these things can contribute to the development of mental illness. And we call them predisposing factors.
Okay.
Now, the second one is precipitating factors. These are factors that occur around the time that mental illness is starting. These include the abuse of hard drugs. They come in different forms, from alcohol to marijuana to cocaine,
forms
to
of
heroin,
substance abuse,
to ice, to Colorado. Call them, name them.
Right.
So this one can cause it. Then also when there are some social adversity, when there are issues that causes stress in an individual, like poverty, unemployment, all these things can create an issue. When there are problems in marriages, there are divorce, or there is loss of any of the couples, all these things can make mental illness to develop in people. There are many factors that occur around that time. So those are those things that we look for. Those of us who are mental health experts will identify and tackle them so that the person will be able to come back to life again.
Right.
Now, the third group of causes or causative factors are what we call perpetuating factors. These are factors that operate in the life of somebody who has had mental illness and does not allow the mental illness to abate or to grow finally. For example, if the person does not have a means of livelihood, if there are no support from the family, if there are critical comments from the family members, calling him all sorts of names, all this issue of stigmatization, all this will make them to feel bad. And they may not be able to recover fully. And that is why they must be acceptable to the community, to the family, and to their workplace. And that is why this year now we are talking about mental health in the workplace.
All right, we'll still
talk
about that.
Paramount to us.
All right, so we'll still dwell on that, Doctor. But let's get back to the types now. What are the types of mental illness that could affect a human being?
Thank you very much. There are many types of mental illness, ranging from the minor ones like anxiety. This anxiety disorder have different forms. That those who have it, if you don't look very well, you may not know that they have it. There are some people who have anxiety that does not make them to function very well or unable to function at work. There are some people now who cannot afford, who doesn't have the capacity to enter plane, to move from one place to another. There are some people who cannot work in high-rise buildings where you need to enter lifts to the top of the building.
Right.
Okay? And there are some people who cannot even stand in the front.
Yeah, I thought we call those ones phobias.
Yes, they are phobia. That's why I'm saying They are in the group. That's why I said anxiety disorder. So there are many types of it.
Okay.
You have phobia for this, phobia for that. So those are the issues. And apart from that, there are some people who cannot even stand in front of a large crowd to speak. This and the job may require this. So as a result of that, so it's a minor mental illness. And others may be in form of depression, and the depression have different grades, mild, moderate, severe.
All right.
And it comes in different forms among the adolescents, among the young adults, among the adults. So we have many substance use disorder. It's another issue.
Okay.
Those who abuse drugs in which the brain is now affected and they are not able to function very well again. Then there might be some major mental illness like schizophrenia, in which there is psychosis, when there is loss of contact with reality. They live in their own world. The way they do things are odd. The behavior becomes odd and abnormal. So there are many mental illness. There are some mental illness associated with pregnancy, with delivery. Some people, when they just deliver like this, they just develop mental illness. So there are various categories of mental illness. Even in the workplace, there are what is called burnout syndrome in the workplace. There may be anxiety, there may be substance abuse, there may be traumatic disorders. Even those people who experience one disaster or the other, either man-made or natural, kidnappings and all these things. When they come out of it, you just discover that they may develop what we call post-traumatic stress disorders.
All right, so doctor,
and as a result of this, if it's not managed, they may not be able to function.
So there are many types of mental illnesses, as the case may be. But what causes mental illness, doctor?
You say what causes mental illness?
Yes.
Those are the things that are really identified with which are grouped into three. Okay. I say there are some that occur early in life. There are some that occur that makes the person break down, and there are some that tend to keep the mental illness going in the individual. And there are many of them.
Okay, so let's talk about the symptoms or perhaps the signs that one will begin to see. Are there signs that will show me that this person's mental health is being compromised?
Yes, there are some little signs that you can see in an individual, or that an individual may really perceive and know that actually something is going wrong. For example, there may be disturbance in sleep.
Disturbance in sleep?
Yes.
Okay, just hold on there. Prof. Or Dr. Lubenga Awueye is the Managing Director of the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital in Yaba, Lagos, and he's taking us to the classroom this morning. Quickly, let's get back to the road. I understand there's an incident report at Orile Igomu, an accident between a Nissan pickup and a Volkswagen blue car in front of a Total filling station at Ijora Olokpa. This is if you're heading inwards Apapa. But the good news, policemen have been contacted to come in to do their work. But movement around that location is also being tracked as well by the traffic managers there, so that you still have it good. Let me quickly see if I can run through one or two other updates. Victoria Island Corridor, we can tell you, vehicular movement from McQueen Bridge connecting Ahmadu Bello is busy at the moment. This is due to fuel queues at Mobile Filling Station. We can also tell you we have traffic managers strategically positioned doing the needful within that particular corridor, in and out of that axis. All right, then, earlier on we heard about the tanker and the trailer that had an accident at the foot of Domalong Bridge inwards to Juelegba. Transloading has been completed. The vehicles have been taken off, but the emergency responders at the last time were trying to see how they clean the spilled contents so we do not have secondary accidents as a result of that. Okay then, so let's get back to the conversation. By the way, if you have any question for Dr. Olubenga Awueye, as we continue this conversation, feel free to do so. Control room, let's hear from you. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, we did on Mr. Victor.
Yes.
Yeah, the spilled content that was cleaning at that Ojolegba, has been concluded and the road has been finally opened.
Very good.
So our movement along Ojuelegba moving to stadium is now faster now.
All right.
Meanwhile, just to let you know, initially there's a road rehabilitation ongoing at Eco Bridge coming from Malacca.
All right.
So initially, if not because of this impediment, we used to have influx around Costain moving towards Eco Bridge. So we will still advise motorists to still make use of alternatives. Because at the tip of Eco Bridge, Costain moving towards Eco Bridge, the 3-lane at the tip of Costain moving towards Eco Bridge, the 3-lane has been cordoned off to 1 lane. So thereby it has been streamlined where we have backlog of traffic around Eco Bridge coming from Costain. So it's possible that we still have such situation for now. So we still employ motorists to take alternatives if they want to. Thank you.
All right then. Thank you so much for that one. Okay, so control room supply that info. The road is now finally opened. Domalong Bridge and was Ojuelegba. It's much better right now, so you can have access through that corridor. All right, so Dr. Olubenga, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you.
Good. So when we talk about the signs, the telltale signs that will show me that somebody around his or her mental health is being compromised. Go ahead.
Yes, I said some of the subtle signs that you can see in an individual is what we call the sleep disturbance. Either the person is not able to initiate sleep at night, or the person will wake up too early in the morning, like 2 a.m., and be not able to sleep back again. Or the person will just be waking up repeatedly at night. And by the time he wakes up in the morning, he feels unrefreshed. So our ability to function during the day will be impaired.
Okay.
So that's number one. There are some people, their ability to concentrate on any given task, either in the place of work or in the family or at home or in the school, will be affected. These are minor subtle signs. There are some people who will just lose interest in what they used to enjoy before. All those pleasurable activities they used to engage in, they just lose interest in it. They won't pick call from others. They won't attend meetings. They may not even be going to work. They won't interact with people at home. If they to cook for people, to take care of people at home, they don't do that any longer. You know that something is actually creeping in. So the little signs you can see them is that their productivity will just decline at work. They don't perform any longer. You ask them questions, they cannot just give you a specific answer. There are some they will just be looking, staring into space. There are some they will be feeling unhappy, feeling sad, consistently, persistently for weeks. You know that there are issues. And when you ask them, why are you so sad? They may not be able to explain to you. All they just know that is that they are not just happy. In addition to that, there are some, they will just be complaining of some minor body symptoms. Pain in the head, pain in the chest, pain in the back. They cannot feel their leg. All sorts of awkward complaints. And they go to their family physician in the hospital. They run tests for malaria, for everything. They cannot see anything. Meanwhile, they will tell you they are feeling heat inside of them. Internal heat, peppery sensation. When you see all this in an individual, you know that mental illness is just crippling in gradually. Because by the time you run all sorts of tests, you don't see anything. You know that there are issues in this individual. There are some others too. Before you know it, the condition may get worse. They start seeing some strange things.
Right.
They start hearing some voices when there are nobody among them, either commanding them or making jest of them or telling them what to do or running them down. So you know that there are issues in this kind of people.
Right.
There are some, they just pick enmity in those who love them. Their wife, their children, they just become their enemy. They look at them as witches and wizards, those people who are harming them. Before you know it, their interpersonal relationship tend to be disturbed. So there are many forms of signs and symptoms that you see in an individual. Some, you may just see it on their body. If they are into drugs, you just see that their eyes are just red and bloodshot. So you just be seeing all those things in them. You see some people, they are here. Those who are to alcohol seriously, you see that the hair in their head is just fluffy. Fluffy, like that of a newborn baby. Then you know that there are issues in this kind of, of individual. There are some people, they inject themselves, and you see wounds all over the body. Wounds in the buttons, wounds in the arm. You see that there are some things that has to do with mental health.
So the big question here, Dr. Libenga, like some people have been, trying to opine in the studio, is what about the harsh biting economy? Can it cause a mental illness?
It's just one of the factors. It's just one of the factors. If you listen to what I've just said earlier, you will see that there are many factors operating in the life of an individual. If you don't have family, if there is no genetic factors, it doesn't run in the family. There are many people now. Many of us are facing the hardship and everything, and we are still bouncing back. Now, for example, let me give you an example. Go along, because normally I'll park my car, I want to walk around. If you go along that Ojuelegba axis, coming to Yaba, you see some people, all the things they are selling by the roadside, they are now even up to 20,000. You see them, they will still be sucking baby, they will be calling their friends, they will be enjoying, and you just look at these people, you just wonder, why are they so happy? Like this, and they are running their life. And you see some people in their house with fleet of cars, with everything, and they want to take their life. So when we talk of mental illness, it's no respecter of your
status,
of what we call your race, your ethnicity, your socioeconomic status.
Right.
Okay? So it can affect anybody.
At any time.
And these are the issues. The only thing is that all those factors that are supposed to cause mental illness, we must observe them and make sure that we handle them with care.
All right.
So there are some people now, if they don't, just losing a relationship, just ordinary relationship, not even husband and wife, they just break down.
Right.
There are some people, husband and wife, everybody go their own ways, nothing happens.
Okay.
So these are some of the issues we need to take note of in our health.
All right, then Lagos Traffic Radio.
Maintaining a good mental health.
Right, Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM, 08099120777 is the numbers. If you want to also ask Dr. Libenga Weye any question, or perhaps send in your messages, 09153877127. 09153877127. That's the number that you can call if you want to ask him one or two questions. All right, mental illness, is it curable, Dr. Uweye?
Thank you very much. That's a very good question, and that's why I want people to know this morning that there are many types of mental illnesses. Many types. They come in different forms, in different grades or severity. So depending on the type, there are some that once you identify the cause, you remove the cause, the person becomes normal.
Okay.
For example, if you are into drug and quickly you are rescued from it, you will be telling the story later to people, say, come, I've been there, that it is dangerous. Okay?
Right.
So that's for those people who have recovered. We have many people who have recovered, who are doing well, all over the country, all over the world today now. There are some others too that is a condition like those ones associated with pregnancy and delivery. Once the hormonal status of the individual is become balanced and you take good care of them, they continue with their family, taking care of their children. It's only if they don't cooperate with the treatment that there might be issue. So there are many, it's only about 25%. Okay, when there are what we call structural damage in the brain, that there is nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
Most especially when you have injury, major injury to the brain. Are you getting me now?
Right.
So those ones, we need to manage them for a reasonable length of time. There are some structure in the brain, like the ventricles that are not supposed to be dilated, that are not supposed to be normal. That other one occur. There's a limit to which you can do, but you can just continue to manage them. But actually, about 75% of the cases, you can treat them and they become well well, and you will not know that anything has ever happened to them.
All right, let's talk about some, we have tumors that affect the brain.
Yes.
Dr. Weye.
Yes.
How dangerous is that? Can it be successfully removed and will not lead to any mental issue?
Yes, that's why we have various subspecialties in medicine. For example, we have neurosurgeon. Okay? Some people now with head injury, once they go in, they evacuate the blood, they repair the blood vessel, the person comes back to normal. They just remove the skull, they go into the brain and do the necessary thing, replace the skull back, join it together, replace the skin and the hair back, and you won't know that anything ever happened to them. There are some tumors too. If they don't cause what you call metastasis, that is, they don't spread all over the body. If they are just limited to a place in the brain, the neurosurgeon just go there, excise it or remove it as the case may be, and that will be the end of it. But there are some cases of tumors that tend to go around the whole body, that will metastasize to all the organs in the body. Those ones, if identified early and they are treated either with chemotherapy or radiotherapy, they can also recover fully. So these are some of the things we need to know about some of these tumors. Early identification and prompt intervention is the role of that game.
All right. There's some messages here. Let me take some messages for you that are coming. This one says, "Good morning, Traffic Radio. Please, what are the immediate primary measures one can take to assist one suffering from mental health, and how mental health, and and how do you think we can avoid or prevent it?" Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Oluwaloko is sending this one in.
Yes, I got that message. Okay. For those people who have mental ill health or mental illness, once it is identified, there is need for us to support them rather than running away from them. There is need for us to also help them to seek for help and to seek for treatment. And that is why we have mental health facilities all over Nigeria. In Lagos, we have Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Yaba, Lagos, and where there are over 535 beds for patients. And people are becoming, they recover, they go back to their work.
Okay.
And they function in the family. So when we identify them like that early, they may not even need to be admitted. Some may not even need medication. All we just need to do is to talk to them. Yeah, it's what we call talk therapy.
Right.
Like those people with anxiety, with phobia. All you just need to do, there is a way to do with them. You can follow them, they enter plane. By the time you first of all take them to the airport, they see the plane, they see people coming down, going in, nothing happened to them. You see that the anxiety will be going down.
All right, there's a message here that says, "Good morning, Victor and Dr. Olubenga Owoye. Kindly ask your guest if mental treatment is cheap or expensive." Comrade Daniel Nobume is sending this one in. So is the treatment cheap?
The treatment is like other medical treatment. It's relatively cheap in government hospital where it is subsidized. Most of the medication being used in the hospital now, they are all imported. None is made in Nigeria. Generally, if you look at it, the importation of medication now is another thing entirely.
All right.
So some people will need to swallow medications and they will need to procure it. But if it's in government hospital like us, some of the medication are subsidized so that we can be able to afford it.
All right, let's have a safe landing this morning as we depart the program. Dr. Olubenga Owoye, what's your message to our people, even as we talk about World Mental Health Day?
Thank you very much. As we celebrate this World Mental Health Day, my message to everybody listening to me is number one, to prioritize their mental health. You must prioritize your mental health.
Are there checks up that one can do for it? Is there any test that will determine how healthy your mental well-being is?
Yes, there are instruments that we can even know. I mean, to ascertain where you have some mental illness or the other. So we have instruments in form of paper, that we can give to you, work on this, do this on this. So there is need for them to really take note that they work their mental health. But there are some specific things they can do. Let me just quickly mention them.
Quickly.
There is need for you to take rest where you're supposed to take rest.
Okay.
So make sure you have adequate sleep, 6 to 7 hours a day. Make sure you have a realistic estimate of your ability. Don't do more than what you can afford. Okay? Not that alone, you must not self-medicate with all sort of medication or hard drugs.
Right.
And there is need for you to network.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. We'll leave it at that.
When you have challenges.
All right, we'll leave it at that for now. Dr. Olubengawe, yes, always a thing of joy having you on the program. Thank you so much for connecting with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it immensely.
Okay, then. So he's been able to give us the recipe on what we need to do in order to improve our mental well-being and make things much brighter and much more beautiful. We have to go. Dio Anthony has produced the program this morning. I say